Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, this is always a fun game when Georgia takes on Ole Miss. Last year's game was absolutely wild during the regular season. Not a single punt in the first half. And keep in mind, Georgia might have a little revenge on their mind after Ole Miss knocked them out of the college football playoff last season. Even though Lane Kiffin's gone, there is still a lot of back and forth with this Georgia-Ole Miss rivalry. Cannot wait to get this thing kicked off. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Deep in the end zone, it's Cunningham. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Motion from the back. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Chambliss. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Secures it at the 30. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out wide left, it's Humphries. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws it deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Left side is Cunningham. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Chambliss. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog. The defense putting points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Snagged in the middle, it's Fields. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to pass, it's Chambliss. Rush is on. Out wide left, it's Odom. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. Dar forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Open space at the 25. Into the secondary on the right. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Play action on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Tight end now in motion. Here's a give to Frazier. And he could not get loose on the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Extending the play. Left side, it's Taylor. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on third down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They give it back to him. Across the 25. Rams him with the stiff arm. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters.
Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Unleashes one. Right side, it's Alexander. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Buys time to his left. Fires on the move. Just gets rid of that one.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Hits the hole. It's Lacy. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
He wants it all. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Quick give. It's Phillips. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Handoff, Frazier running left. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Crosses to 40. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. These plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Phillips. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Drops back on first down. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. On the move to the left. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Trying to get started. Can they catch him? What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Makes the tackle.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Out wide left, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. He fires a bullet to the right. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air, it's Chambliss. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Finally, they get him out of bounds, and what a big pickup there as they get the first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the number 24 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Golden Eagles, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hits inside, it's Frazier. Spins away from the defender. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia.
Wide open spaces. Inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in.